Game is back in Los Angeles, Super Bowl 56.
Here we go, the two best teams in all in. Super Bowl 56 between the Brooklyn Barons and the Baltimore Ravens. This is Brooklyn's first opportunity to play in the Super Bowl. They lost last year to the New York Giants in the NFC Championship game. As for the Baltimore Ravens have excuse me, I guess I'm trying to wait to see if I'm up here. 1 second. We had a lag out just a moment ago. We're trying to make sure everything is straight. Hold on, let me let these guys so they can proceed on. I think they're waiting on me. Okay, first down intended the 25-yard line. The first offense coming onto the field will be the Brooklyn Barons. Brooklyn had a pretty solid offense this year. They didn't throw the ball well. They actually had the least passing yards in the league. But when you have the MVP and Jonathan Taylor, who had an NFL record season, you don't really have to throw the ball a lot anyways. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. P.J. Walker hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor breaks it. He is gone. First play of the game. That is going to be, he's actually got tackled after a gain of 73 yards. First and goal at the 2-yard line. This is the #1 rushing attack in the league. This was the NFL MVP. This is the guy that has to be contained if the Baltimore Ravens are going to break through and win the Super Bowl. First and goal at the 2. Hands off to Taylor. He's going to gain a yard. That's going to be second and goal at the 1. We were just talking about how you had to stop Jonathan Taylor, and he busts a big run on the first play of the game.
Seemed like it was perfectly defended.
Second and goal at the 1.
On the other side, they get paid too.
They handed it to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown for the Brooklyn Barons. Jonathan Taylor is the big guy that started this drive out with a 73-yard run, and he cashes it for a touchdown on the first drive of the game. 7-0, 3-play, 74-yard drive. All 3 carries happened from Jonathan Taylor. What a big run it was to open this game up. This is actually a pretty respectable Baltimore rushing attack. So let's see what these guys can do now. Here goes the kick, 7-0. He's going to take a knee, and here comes the Baltimore Raven offense. This Raven offense let a NFL record out on the field this season. They didn't break the passing record. However, Kyler Murray threw for 63 touchdowns. Marquise Brown broke the receiving record. He broke Jerry Rice's touchdown record. He broke the overall record from Calvin Johnson in receiving yards. So this is a very high-powered offense. Let's see, can this Brooklyn squad, who's #1 in interceptions, find a way to stop these guys? First and 10 for Kyler Murray and the Ravens. Kyler Murray runs a screen to Rondale Moore. That's going to be a gain of a yard. And up tempo will be the Ravens. Second and 9, Kyler Murray. Drops back. He's going to roll out the pocket. And he's going to throw it away. It's going to be 3rd and long for the Ravens. This could be a disaster to this game. These guys can't get off a first down here. 3rd down and 9.
Against their defense, I think even more so, he just want to avoid 3 and outs. He want to be able to
Kyler Murray, he cooks up on 3rd and long. Kyler Murray.
Catch their breath a little bit.
He's going to roll out. He's going to have to throw it away. And what a start for Brooklyn this is. A 3 and out after giving up a touchdown. Here goes the kick from Sam Cox. Back to Antonio Gibson, the backup running back for Brooklyn Barons. He gets it to the 30, to the 35, down to the 40, maybe the 38-yard line. It's 38 to be exact. If you're wondering who the Brooklyn Barons is, the user took the Washington football team and moved them to the Brooklyn, New York, and named the whole other team. Of course, if you are aware that the Washington football team doesn't have an actual team name at the moment, they still don't, to be honest with you. First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Let's see, can they capitalize off of that big first drive? Hands it to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to gain 4 yards. Taylor had a big run to get going early in the first drive. Second and 6. Again, Taylor broke the NFL. He broke the NFL record in rushing and rushing touchdown. This guy right here had an incredible season.
The run got 4. Now they deal
second
with
down and 6. Let's see the line shifting in motion. P.J. Walker will roll out the pocket, throw downfield. That's going to be incomplete.
And this one incomplete.
They could potentially get a 3 and out. Now, if you're Baltimore, this is a team that don't throw the ball well. Not saying they can't throw the ball, but they don't throw the ball because they run with Jonathan Taylor 99 times a game. That's what it seems like. However, this is what you want to do. You want to have a 3rd and long and make it where Taylor doesn't have an impact. 3rd and 6. P.J. Walker is going to be sacked by Brandon Williams. They're going to have to punt the ball. That's a time stand for the Baltimore defense.
You have to help your offensive line out.
And Trent Wade's going to kick it back to the Ravens. And Rondell Moore's going to get it from the 9 to the 20, out to the 25-yard line to be a sack, and the Ravens will get the ball back. That's a big-time stop because it could have easily been 14-0, but these guys made a stand when they needed to make a stand. 1st and 10, let's see what this offense can do. Hands it off to Dalvin Cook. That's going to be a gain of 4 yards. No huddle again for the Ravens.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here goes play action for Kyler Murray. He's going to go deep. And it's overthrown, intended for Marquise Brown.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So after the 2nd down incompletion,
we have a 3rd down and 6. Can Brooklyn make another big stop on 3rd and long? Kyler Murray. Trying to look across the field, will throw it, and it's caught by Kyle Pitts. And that's going to be a 16-yard gain for a first down for the Baltimore Ravens. Needed that 3rd down.
Catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
You got to hand it off to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook is going to gain 9 yards.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. By Melvin Ingram. A gain of 9.
Here goes play action, Kyler Murray. He's going to roll out. He's going to get close to the first down, but I don't think he got it. Montez Sweat with an amazing tackle there. Montez Sweat had a great NFC Championship game. He had 4 sacks in that victory against the New York Giants. But 3rd and short coming up. This right here is a big part of this football game. Can they get the first down? Hands it off. Dalvin Cook, first down into Brooklyn territory to the 38-yard line. Gain of 8. That's a big conversion there. These guys trying to get on the board.
A little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They hand it off.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on
2nd down in inches.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Flush to his right.
They're going to throw it incompletion.
He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
This will be the 8th play of the drive.
Third down in inches. Hands it off. Dalvin Cook's going to have a first down. To the 25.
He's taken down at the 25. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now Murray on
play action.
And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass.
Under a minute left in this first quarter. Play clock under 5. Kyler Murray dumps it down to Naheem Hines. That's going to be a gain of 2.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
After 1, 7-0.
Here we go at the end of the first quarter, 7-0. Brooklyn leads, but Baltimore's into Brooklyn territory at the 23-yard line. 3rd and long coming up.
3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
See, can these guys get another conversion? Kyler Murray.
Here's Murray.
He's going to be incomplete. That was intended for Jarvis Landry. And a field goal attempt coming up. And Justin Tucker on to cut it to 4.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down,
kick is up and it is good. 7-3. Brooklyn still leads, but the Ravens get points when they need it the most.
After a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If you go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal. You did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Let's see, can Brooklyn respond? They went and got a touchdown the first drive of the game, went 3 and out the second drive of the game.
At the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming
see what these guys can do now from the 25, just a little bit into the second quarter.
And go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try.
Hands it off. Jonathan Taylor will get 2 yards. And no huddle, second down and 8.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going.
Second and 8. PJ Walker's going to get it to Rico Gafford, first down to the 46. If the excuse me, I called them Washingtons. If the Brooklyn Bears are going to win this game, they're going to have to get that ball in the air against this defensive line. Hands it to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to gain only 3 yards there.
3-yard pickup.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up.
Approaching midfield, under 6 minutes left in the first half.
To stand on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hands it back off to Jonathan Taylor. First down into Baltimore territory to the 41-yard line. Jonathan Taylor has nearly 100 yards rushing in the first half already. That big 73-yard was a huge part of this. But again, they're moving the ball effectively.
Sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So in Raven territory,
41-yard line for the Brooklyn Bears, 1st and 10. Sending the receiver in motion. He hands it off to Rico Gafford. Gafford goes nowhere. He's actually going to get a gain of absolutely nothing. Second down.
2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose That little touch pass, they saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 2nd down and 10 at the 41-yard line. Hands off to JT, and Jonathan Taylor gains
a
it.
yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better.
3rd down and 9.
Especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
1st down marker at the 31.
From the 40-yard line, 3rd down and 9. Play action. P.J. Walker will get it to Rico Gafford to the 20, to the 15, close to the 10. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. That's a big 3rd down throw and conversion.
The timing was absolutely
again, P.J. Walker realizes he's going to have to throw that ball in this game to win. And that could have been at a more crucial time for Brooklyn. Let's see, can this even defensive line make a stand at the goal line? First goal at the 10. Jonathan Taylor will gain about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep
approaching 100 yards rushing.
Touchdown already in the first half.
Again, just from a historical perspective, they're trying to win their first Super Bowl since they were the Redskins in 1991. P.J. Walker will wait. How did he complete that? That was a great read from Monte Nicholson. Very fortunate that wasn't an interception, but he's going to lose 5 yards behind it. So either way, that's going to turn into a loss for the Brooklyn Barons. 3rd and goal at the 10.
You can make a case that there's 11 in the box. There's just no room. So I'm with you. You've got to find a way to push things downfield a little bit. Any type of
3rd and goal at the 10. They're going to get it to Gafford. Touchdown, Brooklyn. What an unfortunate turn of events. What should have possibly been a pick for Baltimore turns into a touchdown on 3rd down and long for Brooklyn, and make that 14-3 for the Brooklyn Bears.
And turning it back over to their own offense, unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken.
I see someone said that's a bailout. Should have been a pick six. Absolutely should have been a pick six.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
1st and 10 for Brooklyn. For Baltimore, and off to Dalvin Cook, and Dalvin Cook gains 4 yards. They got to have a touchdown here.
A gain of 4.
They have got to have a touchdown here.
2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6 at the 29-yard line. Kyler Murray will roll out. He's going to have Jarvis Landry open and across the Brooklyn territory to the 37-yard line. 1st down.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Kyler Murray gonna throw it across the field, and Kyle Pitts, that's picked off. What is going on? By Spencer Redwine. Unbelievable turn of events again.
He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your talent is,
that's so unfortunate. That went from a Kyle Pitts completion to a huge interception by Brooklyn.
Certainly benefited.
The offense now at the
2-minute warning approaching. Brooklyn up 14-3 and trying to extend it.
But also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill position.
He has it off to Jonathan Taylor. He's tripped after a gain of 1.
Down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Second and 9. 2-minute warning. Brooklyn leads 14-3.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the
Second and
NFL.
9. They hand it off to Jonathan Taylor. Good tackle by Monte Nixon, I believe that is. 3rd and 5 coming up.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's Walker from the gun on 3rd down.
3rd and short. That's going to be complete to Logan Thomas for a first down. To say that he's catching almost every break possible in this game would be an understatement. 1st and 10 for Brooklyn.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't
he? Hands it to Taylor. First down, approaching the 28-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First and 10.
First and 10. Under a minute to go. Brooklyn in the lead. Hands it off to Jonathan Taylor. That's going to be a gain of 2.
25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation.
Under 40 seconds left before the half.
Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian.
Hands it off to Jonathan Taylor again. And that's going to be close to a first down to the 18-yard line.
Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
3rd and inches. At the 18. And a big tackle. Fumble the ball. And it's a recovery by the Ravens. Couldn't have came at a better time.
He was trying to do anything he
That's
could.
That's why this defensive line has had a great year. Here comes Tyler Huntley into the game.
Trying his best, as you noted, to get
play action. Huntley
can cost you.
Keeps himself upright. It's a loss.
What was that?
Bringing up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 21-yard line.
So these two teams will head to the locker room.
And it's halftime, 14-3.
56. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
14-3. Brooklyn is in the lead. I think the Ravens get the ball to open the second half, if I'm not mistaken.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual.
Let's see this Baltimore offense lock in. They've had some unfortunate things happen to them.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Okay, these games going to be over. Brooklyn's going to win the Super Bowl. The opponents, they're having a couple of connection issues. So, final score 14-3 for Brooklyn. They've won the Super Bowl. That's going to be our stream.